Welcome, everybody, to episode 16 of the Hot Rod Blues podcast. I am your host, Sean Brereton. To my right is...
Mike Abbott, Steel Rose Metal Co.
And to his right is Javier Agustin, Bomber Steel Customs. Nice to see you.
God almighty. I'm Sean Young from Kingfish Metalworks, and here's our producer, Matt Marion from Proctor, Arkansas.
That's right.
That's him.
Matt actually gets a little... We're going to give Matt a little bit of a
FaceTime.
Yeah. And Matt is...
Hey, Matt, say something. Your business. You got a microphone over there,
right.
don't you?
No, I do have a microphone.
Now closer to
Look
the
at
mic.
there.
Hello.
There he is.
Yeah.
All right.
You're gonna
You
have to
are
eat the
who?
Oh, first time out. That's why he stays behind the camera, folks. Anyway, back to everybody.
It's a good thing we don't give him anything to drink over there.
Yeah. Good thing I don't drink.
We don't feed him either.
Yeah.
He just clocks in and for
So
free.
Matt is Memphis Shift Knobs.
That's right.
That's right. He makes really cool, kick-ass shift knobs.
Which I need to get back on.
So
I know,
right? Yeah. So
been slacking.
so this is just us today. We don't have a guest. We decided we had a lot of heavy hitting guests there, and we need to do some recapping, and that's really
We're
good
going to
do.
take stock. We need to
Yeah,
just
you know,
Take
just
stock.
take it all
kind of
back.
kick back and
Super casual. I got my M&Ms. I got my, we're not going to say what brand. Vivation.
Vibe,
Yes.
yeah.
yeah,
And I might spark this up. It's tobacco.
might gotcha. But no, so we've all been super busy, and we had George Poteet on our last episode, and that was epic.
My favorite episode so far,
It was.
without a doubt.
Heavy
It was,
hitting episode.
Yeah.
If you're keeping track, if you're a statistician.
That's right. Sean, you
that a
keep up
word?
with all the stats.
So, well, and we talked about that earlier, so I wanted to give thanks to all of the people actually in Australia.
Yeah.
So it looks like 8% of our Spotify listeners are from down under.
Crikey.
Wow.
Crikey, that's right. Yeah, so thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And I tell you, if there's anything that I don't like about Australia is it's so damn far from here.
I know.
Because they have an amazing car culture, and
Yeah.
I would do anything to come hang out with you guys.
Anything?
man.
Maybe a couple of their Sheilas too, huh? No,
You're digging a hole, brother.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Australia.
Yeah.
Is that 8% of Australia or 8% of our total?
No,
I don't know how stats work.
If we
Is
could get- if we could get-
8% of Australia listening to us?
Well, that would be awesome, but no,
They're
that's
all
not the case.
Aborigines. I'm Aborigines love hot rods. so-
They do, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But no, it's 8% of our Spotify total. So I don't know about YouTube, but Spotify. So
All joking aside, I really appreciate that.
yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
My
also
cousin's
have-
married to an Aborigine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, where here?
He's a metalhead. Yeah, he's here.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, sure enough.
That is just.
I want to explore that. We don't have time.
No, we're not going into
I
that.
find that hard to believe.
I know.
Yeah,
I want
right?
I want that's an origin story that I want to get into off camera. But let's power through this next hour.
Wow,
Yeah.
super cool, man.
Do you know Australia also has their own salt flats?
Really?
It's the
Really?
only other place on
What's the
that
name
place.
of them? Do you know the name of them?
I do not.
You have a phone, engineer guy. Work on that. We're going to change the subject real quick.
Nice. Well, they do have the Power Cruise down there, which is something that I've always wanted to go see.
Really?
That's where they do the
burnouts?
nuts, the
Yeah.
nutsy burnouts.
Really?
Oh man, yeah. So
Crazy.
they just wall off an area,
Yeah.
and they just melt them down.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm talking all the way
Just
down.
Yeah.
like they do in
To
South
rim.
Memphis.
To the-
Donuts,
to the rim.
and- yeah, pretty much, yeah. Pretty much like
Actually,
South Memphis,
I
except for
think
they
we-
have horsepower behind the cars.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, man, you can buy a car with 600 horses now off the showroom floor.
Amen.
It'll
No.
be repoed by next week.
No,
but
the
whatever.
cars that they do it with in Australia though are like
Okay.
full-on pro street
Gnarly.
vehicles that just, I mean, monster motors.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
Sean,
thing.
Sean,
They're
Sean
big in-
Young has it. What
I
do you got?
have it's Lake Torrens. Okay.
Lake Torrens.
Yeah, 5,700 square kilometers of salt.
Yeah.
It's in
Yeah.
South Australia.
How much is that in miles?
Oh God, I don't know the kilometers. There's got to be a chart somewhere, dude.
I'm sure.
So I go back when I was in the 70s, and they were trying to teach us the metric system. Do
Yeah.
y'all remember
Like
that?
the rest of the
no.
world?
It-
No, I
yeah,
don't
no.
remember the 70s. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
So yeah, and Jimmy Carter said, "No, man, we're not going to learn the metric system." So they bailed on it.
Yeah.
So I have no idea how long a kilometer is.
Yeah.
Well,
no
so
idea.
I'll tell you what it is.
a
It was
five-
Vietnam was going on. It was a click. They call it a click back then.
They did. It was a kilometer is a click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a 5K is
like-
3.2 miles.
Exactly.
No, yeah.
So yeah, how am I going
There
to
you
do
go.
the fraction? But
There you go. Well, 5,000.
Five,
So it's
5 kilometers is 3.2
3,000
miles.
miles.
Okay,
Or
3,000 miles?
5 clicks.
No, it's not 3,000 miles.
We're going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, you know what? Let's pull the
Change the
nose on.
subject.
Hell no. Here's what I will do. I will circle back. If
Okay.
there's anybody of the 8% of Australia, that's not a real thing, that's listening to us, that's on those flats, and they make the pilgrimage to the Bonneville, and we're going to be there, identify yourself, and we'll talk to you on camera.
You're getting me in so much crap.
I'm
with
trying to
this
get you to
Bonneville.
the salt, man.
Man, we're not taking a family
have to
vacation
go.
this year, and no, you got to go to Bonneville, man.
Take them to Wendover. They're gonna love Wendover.
Oh, yeah.
My
There's a
wife,
casino.
yeah.
That Wendover pool and casino.
Man, I am a dead man.
There's a pool and a casino, Sean.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. They're gonna
Just
love
like Disney World.
it. Yeah, practically.
There's also a gas station.
And a gas station.
Nachos, pool, and a casino.
Man, you can't beat
Done
it.
deal.
Can't beat it.
There's a Pizza Hut.
Hey, it's cool.
Yeah.
There is a national park that's within 200 miles that I checked out that I plan on checking out when I go down there. So
Yeah, there'd be a lot of checking out when I'm there. So me getting pounding in the face. And, yeah, it's not going to be good for me, Javier. You're killing me.
all
buddy.
right, we'll
I
work
don't
it
know
out.
if you
Yeah,
should
we'll-
use the expression of getting pounded in the face. I'm just saying.
Come to sunny Wendover.
Since I was in the Boy Scouts and the Navy, not a lot. You know,
I'm so glad this is B-roll and we're not putting this on the podcast.
Too bad.
Oh, this is going.
this is
Oh, I
absolutely
hope it
going.
does.
Yeah.
This is the podcast I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Got my M&Ms, my black and mild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day.
This is where Javi can be his jokester self.
So,
I'm always this. I'm just, put it in the box while we have
Yeah.
legendary people talking
yeah,
on the thing. I'm
yeah.
like,
What the hell was his problem? Javier was there raising him.
I feel when I recall all of our headliners that we've had, I think after we leave, when we're done and we're driving off and there's a dust cloud, they think that guy seemed so much cooler before I met him. I thought he was going to be funny. I was waiting for some wacky shit, and that
Wow.
never happened because I'm too busy listening.
So the Jeffrey Ferguson and the Bob when we did
Yeah,
that
that
one,
was-
we,
that
we
was
had
epic.
we literally tore it up before we did it. And
I
we
felt
were,
sorry for those guys.
And they had no idea that once the camera started rolling, it got really serious, and I think they were shocked.
Yeah.
It was like these guys were just idiots, just acting like a complete moron.
Oh, I thought this is a comedy show. I read the thing on Facebook. It said comedy podcast. You want to know? Okay.
I ran into
Wait.
Bob at Walgreens.
Yeah.
Super good guy. He's a Midtowner.
Yeah, he
so
is.
so super good guy, man. And I didn't know him before the podcast, so
Yeah.
it's kind of neat to run into somebody like that
Yeah,
now. So
yeah, for sure.
hey, Bob, good to see you, brother.
Hi, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
So Memphis lost a DJ this week, Bobby OJ of WDIA.
Yeah.
So,
Highly.
Wow.
if you guys in Australia want to check him out, man, he is a DJ at WDIA, which is a R&B station here in Memphis, and I think he started that station in 1980. And was
I think it was before that, wasn't it?
I don't know. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't know what they're
Sorry,
laughing
man.
about.
I just randomly reached in, got him some M&Ms.
And they're blue.
Show
Two,
the camera that.
two blue balls.
Oh, yes, it's
And
appropriate.
Like
There you
robin
go.
eggs.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, it's been kind of a sad week with him passing away. So thoughts and prayers to Bobby's family. So
Yeah, definitely. That's he's like you said, legend in Memphis
he's
area.
a
for
big
sure,
deal
so.
here, man.
he
Yeah,
was.
we had a meeting at work today, and he was brought up in the meeting at work. So yeah, big deal.
Yeah, very cool. What else been going on, boys? How did you get taller? I shrink.
We've been
Genetics?
adjusting our chairs while you've been
Yeah, I
talking.
know. Right? I'm like, well, let's make him look short.
It's going to be a diminutive
Yeah, so
facet
I
of
just
the
have to
podcast.
sit
Do
up
you,
higher.
do you feel insecure all of a sudden?
Sure, no, not
He
really.
said no.
I've been
not all of a
No,
sudden.
I've been short my whole life, so no big deal.
You got to walk around with a big personality, man. You're as tall as you want to be.
That's right.
There you go.
That's
There
the
you go.
gem I leave with you today.
Yeah.
So looks like the old truck is back on the road, driving that.
Couldn't wait to bring
yeah,
that up,
how
could you?
about
That
that?
thing
I
pulled
could
up.
not.
You almost hit the building. Can I be honest with you?
No.
Adjust the brakes, bro.
Yeah. Every time I drive it, it runs better and better.
That thing
so,
sounds awesome. I want you. You know what you should do is put a sound clip of you in the truck on this podcast.
Yeah, maybe.
You
maybe.
should.
Yeah. I tell you, the only thing that bothers me is this is the first time it's been all together, and I've driven it for any length of time, and it's got some ridiculous axle wrap when I tag it.
Really?
And it, so
Yeah.
I got to get on
Very
that.
good. Well, it's nothing but a couple bars and some
I-
welding.
Ford Link.
Well, no, I think I'm not gonna. That would be the right thing to do.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Ford Link it.
But
I'm gonna add another leaf.
I really think
It'll ride higher in the back, but it'll be stiff, right?
I think I'm going to go old school, man, like I would have in the 80s. I'm going to put traction bars on it.
Oh,
Some
tracky
old
bars.
school 80s, slappers. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah, the yellow Lakewoods,
Yeah.
No, shut up, Sean. It's
Okay.
like back in the day, man.
Sean did that.
Yeah,
That was
no,
before-
You did not.
I never
That
had
was
side
that was
doors.
after Sean's time. He's 150.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You crazy kids! What's your yellow?
No, I had. Trying to think. I had ladder bars on it. Even when I had springs on it. When I had arch springs, I think I had ladder bars on it.
Okay.
There's nothing like being
Yeah.
in middle school and trying to rationalize why a Chevy Nova is so high in the ass.
Yeah.
And then you got the shackles drop right back
Oh,
down.
yeah, dude.
Like, and my mom used to tell me, because I don't think she knew, she's like, he's trying to make it legal because the bumper can only be so far off the ground or you get a ticket.
Well, there's actual truth to that. At one
Yeah.
point in time, they used to measure your bumper.
So,
height.
Yeah.
so I met a guy in Millington one time when I was running around with my Impala. He was an old Chevy guy, and he goes, there used to be a cop named Officer Jefferson, and he used to nail everybody. And he gave him a ticket. And the deal was back then, if you could show that you fixed it within like a certain amount of time, they would reverse the ticket or whatever
And dismiss it
without
yeah.
even going to court. Which America, but
Yeah, right.
but what his solution was is he bolted a 2x4 to those shackles, which essentially lowered his bumper. I was like, only in Tennessee is a 2x4 considered a bumper, and he reversed the ticket on a 2x4 bumper. And I was like,
That's great,
it's
man.
awesome, man. I'm glad that
Interesting.
Samantha Satoris' father is who did that. She's a friend of mine.
Okay. Hey, Samantha.
So speaking of shackles and stuff, so I had this issue on the Chevy, and I hadn't really noticed it until the last month or so.
Yeah.
Like if I hit something that was going diagonally across the road, the car would start to like go around all four corners. And I was like, "What is?"
tracking weird?
Yeah, like so. I thought maybe one of the shocks had backed down,
Right.
And I looked, and no, everything looks fine. And then,
Bushings.
well, that it could be that too, right? So I went to the car. I went to a car show on Saturday down there in Olive Branch, and I got on 55 going south 240 to 55, and there's that one big bridge transition right there, and man, I mean, I did a tank slapper. I went over 2 lanes trying to catch it. Like I was like, what is going on? I'm like, I got something
This is
broken,
the
you know?
Fairlane?
No, in the Chevy.
Oh,
and
Wow.
and so I was like, man, I broke something. I had to broken something. So once I got there, I was like, oh, I need to look under there. And I was sitting in the chair next to the guy who had a truck next to me. I was like, man, I got to look underneath my truck. And right as I said that, I look and I was like, well, what's going on with the shocks? Like one shock was higher than the other shock. Don't ask me how I did it. I've got these lowering blocks that, like 1.5 inches or whatever. When I put it back on, I put
put
the
it
one on the
underneath-
left. I put the
underneath.
one on the left up 1 notch.
Yeah.
So it was like 1 inch higher on the left. So it was loaded on the left-hand side more than on the right-hand side. So, man, it just
Freaky.
I fixed that, went out and drove it. I'm like, it's fine now. I'm like, whoa.
What did
But yeah.
So
what did
bizarre.
what did the guy next to you? He's like, "There's your problem."
Yeah, he's like, because I sat there, I was like, I thought I'd broken it from up above or something when I started looking at it. But then
That's
once
weird.
I got under there and looked, I was like, wow, that was stupid. I broke the Panhard bar, and I think I took them loose when I was putting the Panhard bar back on, and when I put them back in there, I put them in the 1 notch off. I was like, oh, hey, check your work, idiot.
Man, humans doing human things, man. For sure.
Yeah. So yeah, that was interesting. But I got to get the car ready now. I got to start cleaning it up and heading to Battle in Bama next weekend.
Really?
Yeah, heading
That's-
Thursday morning.
Man, that came quick, dude. It
Yeah,
just
I
seemed
know.
like they had it just a minute ago.
I know, it's super fast. So
Wow.
I'm excited. It's gonna be epic.
So this Saturday, what are we doing, Mike?
Man, there's so
cruising.
much to say.
Yeah, we're
I don't care about all that other stuff. We're doing a cruise in.
I know you are. Yeah.
We're doing a cruise in at Culpeper Place. It's a retirement community. Undoubtedly, a few of their residents are like super car people.
yeah.
Are they going to recognize what a rat rod is?
Probably not. Probably
Well,
not.
they're 150, so they're probably going to want to know where the shiny paint is.
Yeah. They're pretty old. So,
They're ridiculously old.
but I will say the last time that we did this, when they first, I don't even remember how it transcended, but when they first contacted us about doing this, I drove the A model, the 31A model,
Yeah.
and the guys that were car guys in that place was like, that car is so awesome. But it was during COVID, so we could only do like a drive through. That was
Yeah.
when everybody was doing the
Right.
drive through things.
Right.
So they couldn't really see it. So they contacted me again, was like, it'd be really cool if cars could park here so that our residents could actually
Come
look
out and
at
look
the
at 'em.
cars.
Yeah,
So, which I think is cool. They got car people in there, and it'll
That'd be cool.
Yeah, they'll get a kick out of it. So,
How fast were you driving through there? Real slow?
pretty slow.
Did you turn
Pretty
the
slow.
lights off? I would have
Well,
stuck my hand out the window and said, "Brace yourself, fool." Just
Pretty
Memphis
slow.
style.
I got on it a few times and got a little sideways. But,
Did you?
Yeah,
I bet they
just
enjoyed
just
that.
for them.
That's
just for them.
I'm going to do that
Absolutely.
every chance I get.
Oh,
You
gosh.
slide into the building.
Great.
I did go to a car show over the weekend though.
How'd that go?
Where'd you
It
go?
was good.
Which
It
one
was
did you go
good.
to?
In Florida?
It was on Orange Beach.
Really?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
okay.
You know
Was
what's
that
great
Orange?
about
Was
that?
that Orange Beach Invasion?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
sure.
show.
So
That
wow.
I've never
the
been
whole
to that.
thing is like we're actually getting to do that now.
Yeah.
2 years of bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
we're actually
Yeah.
getting to live your life again, and like people are excited.
If you don't watch the news, it's like it never happened.
That's the thing. I
Yeah.
don't watch the news.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I never stopped.
watching the news,
No.
doing stuff.
I
Me
never,
neither.
yeah, I never
Me
stopped
neither.
going to shows and stuff. I was
Yeah, I
like-
never
Well,
stopped.
the
any of
shows
that.
stopped happening is the
There
problem.
were
They did.
very,
We
there
had
were
a show
very
in the
few
middle
that
of it.
did. I
Yeah,
mean,
we
yeah, I
had
was
a
gonna
show
say
in
there
the
were
middle
very
of it.
few that did. I mean, there were some of the major,
Yeah.
the big boy shows.
Yeah.
Like Good Guys and
Right.
You
Stuff
can
like
make
that.
the argument all
They
day
had
long.
to, but yeah.
It'd be a hard debate to say that it wasn't affected in a negative way.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah, it
don't
was.
don't get me wrong. Yeah, I mean, it's still it still affected things, but
I mean,
but yeah.
I was me personally, I wasn't even in the mood. Honestly, I love cars, and I was like, I don't even want to deal with any of that. But we're past that now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah,
Where
sure.
it's the sun is shining
I mean,
right in the window.
right in the window on my face.
Is Australia past that?
I don't know.
I don't know the situation.
they-
Well, you
They
know,
have
I
a
mean,
really weird
well,
thing going on down
China's on serious lockdown right now.
They
They've
are.
been, yeah.
Singapore, and but
So,
yeah.
So
back in it. We're
I'm
back in it?
yeah, I'm sure it'll go and make another round.
Oh yeah.
But
Golly.
Whatever. Anyway, we're
Well-
not
well,
here for that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna do the same thing I did during the last round.
me too.
And
Keep
not
living?
care.
Right.
Keep living my life.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't.
Life's a garden, dig it.
Right.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Nice. So, what else? What else, fellas?
Are we talking about drama? You want
I don't know.
Drama? We can talk
Talk about
drama.
whatever you want to talk about.
Let's talk about my drama for a minute.
What's your drama?
I mean, it's not like life drama.
Oh, okay,
It's just
good.
car drama. That's why we're here.
Ah,
You guys would have known if I had some major life stuff going on.
yeah.
Like, hey, these are hot button items. Actually, my
Right.
assistant would have told you we can't
Yeah.
talk about
My
that.
assistant.
But Javier,
Or it
you
would have
do,
been on
though,
the group
man.
message, just like when Sean came out of the closet.
Yeah,
It was on the
exactly.
group
I just told
message.
everybody.
That was an email.
When I was out,
I got the
was
email. You didn't
out.
get the
You got
email?
an email?
Yeah.
I didn't
He
get an email.
politely, his publicist politely requested that I wouldn't bring that up.
My
And
publicist.
now I'm in violation. I'm in breach. I'm breaching.
What is your drama?
My drama? No, car drama. That's why we're here.
Yeah. What is
Yeah.
it?
Life drama, you guys aren't
Talk
privy
it.
to.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Talk card.
Well, we'll show it on the next crew. What are we calling this? This is the
Episode
the
17.
Episode 17.
16. 16?
16.
16.
And
Yeah.
17. Hey, let's do
Yeah. Us just BSing.
We're just
Yeah.
decompressing.
So
Yes.
let's talk about Mr. Gene. So he has a frame.
Oh, yeah, we're talking about that.
Yeah, let's do
Gene.
that.
Let's go to the legend show, and then we'll talk about my drama.
Okay.
Mr. Gene McCoy.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we couldn't grab him this last week,
Yep.
and we're going to make that up. But he's the showcase of the Legends build, the 36 cab. We were supposed to kind of announce that. That should have been this episode, I guess.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he's got a frame, Bolin Brothers frame.
Wow.
We just got it in primer. I was there. I have all the pictures and everything for the next episode when we actually launch that.
Dig that.
Pick up and order, and he's excited. He's all in, enthused. We were able to strip it, treat it, and then prime it.
Yeah.
But the parts are coming in, man. He's
Wow.
getting antsy in the pantsy because the way we're going to build this car, if you guys are following, and you should definitely follow and come to the show if you can. Australia, we'll understand if you're late. Gene doesn't build cars this way.
No.
He is
No, he does
meticulous.
not.
He's
Yeah.
meticulous, and it is. I think it's really unnerving for him
Yeah.
to be involved with irresponsible guys that throw rat shit together.
Well, he can always pull it apart later and,
No,
and
well-
do his thing.
He can, but he was just like, "So do we have this? Do we have that? How's that thing going?" Is this like he's all over it,
Yeah.
and he has a certain way that he builds. Our style is not that style,
Right.
And
Okay.
neither is the show that show. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So that's that. We're
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him back in the garage
Yeah.
at home
For sure.
and he's doing it. You know, he's had a bunch of stuff in the bumps in the road come up with his health, and he still just powers through. He's got good and bad days. So that's my buddy Gene. That's our buddy Gene.
Amen.
I'm excited to have him back on board.
So, Mike, we're working on where the location for the next Legend show is.
We are. We
Yeah,
are.
don't have anything to announce yet, but Labor Day, we're still
Yeah,
pushing for
yeah,
Labor Day.
yeah.
So, if you're in the Memphis area, it's going to be cool. Last year we chopped my Merc, and this year I think will be equally as ridiculous.
Probably more
If
so.
not more
Yeah,
so. I would
yeah.
think more so. Just
Yeah.
it's a whole car.
We're going to
Yeah.
build an entire
Truck.
car in 2.5 days.
Yeah.
And
it's
you
a-
won't be stopping.
Now.
No, that's a
There won't be a stop in between
No,
this
it's
time.
it's a 40-hour deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to
That's
do a
right.
whole week's worth of work and then some
Yeah.
in 2 days.
Well, it'll be way more than that. So
Oh, yeah.
it'll
Let's
be
say
40
40
hours, but
40
that's
hours.
per guy. So, I mean, that is a
yeah.
lot of man hours.
It is. It
That is
is.
a ridiculous amount of man hours.
So
So we're going to need some meth.
Yeah, we're going to need a lot of meth. And,
I got you.
Matt said, I
Math,
got you over there.
Math.
sound-
I thought you said math.
yes, no math.
no,
Well, we
he
need
thought,
math,
and he
too.
thought he said Matt hours
Matt
Well,
hours.
I can't provide you with either one, meth or math. So.
or Matt.
or Matt. Yeah.
or Matt.
My brother's got a great recipe.
Shout out to his brother in Folsom.
Folsom.
Well, he is in it. Where is he?
Oh,
New
no.
York, New York.
He's in New York.
He's
Rutgers?
Is he an Attica?
Did you say Rutgers?
Rutgers.
He went to the college. in
Yeah, I
New
was
York?
like, no, Rikers is what I meant. I went Rutgers. I was like, that's not right. Rikers.
I don't know what the name of it.
Might be Attica.
I don't know. He's in the feds.
Okay.
Got
So
another
it-
7
it-
years.
Is
Interesting.
he? Can he get access to the show?
No,
Have we
he
told him?
can't. I don't think so. Maybe. I'll
Matt's brother. I've never met you. I'm
Write,
glad.
write him a letter.
Yeah,
write him
write
a
him a
letter.
letter.
Tell him
Hey,
to check it out.
Can you get on YouTube and look us up?
No.
Yeah.
Tell him not to shank anybody for the opportunity.
So I have an interesting parallel with New York prisons.
Really?
So
Okay,
my-
didn't see this coming.
Well, yeah, it's not quite freaky, but my grandfather was in Attica when my aunt was born.
Really?
So yeah, he was serving a little time for
For-
hot checks.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day.
Oh,
Did he-
hot
yeah,
checks.
yeah.
Did
but
he
that-
write them in Mississippi? Because Johnny
like some
Cash
shit.
specifically put that in a song that you don't go writing hot chicks in Mississippi.
Oh,
Down in- yeah.
now you're doubly tied in.
Yeah.
Hot rod and
You never
blues.
know, but yeah, he. I know he was arrested here for it as well.
So-
So that was his deal.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
So
What year?
I don't know. This has had to be in the late '60s.
Wow.
You know, well, no, my aunt.
70s.
If my aunt was probably born in the '40s, so it was probably mid '40s, right after the
And
war.
he was writing hot checks in the 40s.
Yeah.
Wow, he was way ahead of
I
his
bet
time.
you. I bet you.
He's a pioneer.
They used to write like calligraphy. I bet you those
Yeah.
checks were pretty.
beautiful, beautiful.
Look at the handwriting on this. It's a shame we got to lock him up.
I was just saying, I'm sure people
was
have
gonna
been
ask.
writing. People have been writing hot checks as
Since
soon
check-
as they
since check
started
number
making
one
checks.
came
Yeah,
out.
just like
Totally
they've
good.
been racing since two cars were built.
Yeah, I met him like twice.
Yeah.
in
You
my
think
entire
he knew
life.
Al Pacino or
Him Pacino. You mean
Attica?
Capone?
No, Attica. He was in.
Attica. Yeah. No, that was an Al Pacino. That was who was it?
Attica. He was the one that was screaming. He was Serpico screaming Attica. Wait, he
No,
was,
that wasn't Serpico.
No, he was screaming Attica. It was called Attica. Wasn't that the name of the movie?
I don't even know what the hell you guys are talking
I don't
about.
either.
Not at all.
Okay, well I'll find out. But
Yeah.
But I digest.
yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
All right, you want to talk about drama now? We're back on my drama since we're at. sorry about your prison life.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some real shit. I'm running down like any good young business owner. I'm going to pick up parts that we had discussed with the client to just have shipped here, which is cool. You learn, you live, whatever. I got to go to the depot in Tuscumbia, which is hard to say. Without
Tuscumbia.
sounding
There's a-
dirty. Which is
there's a
hard to say
place,
without saying,
Tuscumbia, Alabama.
without sounding dirty, it was Tuscumbia.
Okay.
I'll just announce it here. We're going to do another one here when it's in the background. I found my sweetheart from high school.
In Tuscumbia?
It was in Georgia. But Tuscumbia was on the way.
Yeah.
So if I can get that paid for to go get it, I'm thinking maybe I'll go get this car. If at all, I let the universe decide whether I was going to buy this car.
What?
Which is something
You're
I,
Impala?
Which is something I. Thanks for announcing that for me. What? You found it? The punchline?
Well, we've been talking about your Impala for like 20 episodes.
Anyway.
My bad.
Spoiler alert, I have my Impala. I'm so glad it's so casual and we can ruin each other's time.
It's hilarious.
Anyways, Sean gets so mad. So, without all the buildup, because there's no point,
Yeah.
I drove to Georgia and got a 4-door hardtop, and I blame this podcast 110% for that.
But it wasn't yours. It wasn't.
There wasn't the numbers matching me. No.
That's why I was like, you found yours.
If anybody's,
Right.
I thought it was a
burn
different
the one I just
I
got.
I thought it was a different story. I would have let you go with that one, but I thought you were telling a different story where all of a sudden you were like, I found my original car.
Sucks now.
So
Wow.
You
Whatever.
know what? I wasn't going to smoke this. I was just going to use it as a prop,
you
but
should.
here we go.
well, we've all been traveling a lot lately.
Yeah.
So I made a bonsai trip down to South Carolina to deliver my dad's 57 Ford panel van down to Mason's Hot
Man,
Rods down in
I wanted that.
Spartanburg.
I wasn't done
God, I
telling my
wanted
story,
that,
but
yeah.
continue.
Well, I wasn't going to sit there and wait on you to puff on that thing all day. So
So anyway, I'm back from Georgia on the way back. See how it feels when people cut fuckers off? Anyway, so I'm coming back from Georgia. That's the first effort of the whole podcast, by the way. It took a black and mild in Memphis. Man. I'm sorry, Sean. I'm not really that mean to you. So don't take a questionable trailer 3 states over to get a car that might be questionable.
Can we put pictures of this trailer?
Oh, we're gonna have videos and pictures,
That's
and
questionable.
you can talk shit about the trailer, but that trailer's done work, man. People have borrowed that trailer; they've been disappointed and surprised. It's a homemade tilt bed trailer. Yes, it's serial number 1 out of my collection, but
What did it start out as originally?
why you gotta cut me, man? Actually, you know what? I'll answer your
trailer-
question. Thank you, sir, from the front, in the
Yes.
back. This was a 1964 boat trailer. Not just any boat trailer. It was a speedboat trailer. And since we're talking about hot rods, I'm pretty sure the fastest boat in Memphis probably was hauled around on it.
Maybe.
It's from
Questionable.
Kentucky, but-
Not really.
Anyway, I'll have pictures of it, and feel free to judge, internet. That thing has hauled. That thing has hauled so many things. I have pissed off people and saved people in that.
Can I
with
get my
that thing.
lighter?
No, you can't laugh at me and then ask for your stuff back. Anyway, it obviously broke on the way back in Tuscumbia. So I drove through Tuscumbia, got the axles, went and picked up the. I did a midnight deal. Don't buy a car in the middle of the night, internet. You're gonna miss some things.
Or in the rain?
It was. Oh, it was. It was. Matt can get tied into this because I called him for fear of my life. Green lightning's a thing. Look that up too, internet. So the thing broke down in the middle of the night, and it was a rough storm, and a tire blew, and it ripped the axle off the front. Loaded down with 2 of my clients' axles for an Airstream. And sorry, that you have to find out this way, client. They're safe. They're back at the shop, but the Impala that I just bought was on the back. So
Who would have ever thought that a blown out tire would completely unhinge an axle held on with perfectly good exhaust clamps?
Well, when
I
they
know.
see the
Some really nice exhaust clamps.
before I learned how to weld,
Don't judge me.
we all have things we wish we could change. Like starting a podcast and inviting Sean Barrington, who's now crossing his arms because I cut him off.
No, I'm fine. I have nowhere to put my arms.
Finish your
I
stupid
didn't know what to
story.
do with my hands.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Anyway, there's going to be pictures and video, I'm sure. And Sean, I am truly sorry that the butt of my joke ended with me cutting you off about your story. But that's how it feels when you cut people off.
I wouldn't cut anybody off. You stopped, so
You can't have the dead air.
No dead air.
You gotta
dead
hit,
air.
I heard
I don't like that.
Anyway,
You got to hit the post or something.
it's back.
That-
There's a car in my driveway that has 4 doors, and it looks like my old car from high school. Sean,
But
were
you need to really go into the story about how long it took you to get the damn trailer back.
Oh,
Which you
I
should
mean,
see how you
I
get 'em-
mean,
see how
I
you
mean,
get
you
'em-
can't go and just short the story.
let me see that lighter again.
Yeah. It was a cold, dark night.
That's
It's
dead air.
Tuscumbia.
Now that's dead air.
Yes.
How did I get it back? 2 days later. Okay,
Yeah.
that's called a cliffhanger, Sean. By the way, the 2 days later, it was Easter weekend, the
Yeah.
worst possible time, which
Yeah.
is when everything's going to go wrong. Tractor Supply doesn't carry those because it's a boat trailer from the 60s.
Who would have thunk it?
I actually had to come back and work. I drove straight to the fire station to pull a shift.
Yeah.
And I'm freaking out because on that trailer at a random gas station, I was able to ratchet strap one side up just enough to get it to a gas station. And I had to leave it there because I had to be at work 2 hours away. So I get there and I'm calling that gas station like all day until they open. I'm so sorry about the trailer that's in, and the dude answers the phone, and I'm going to do an Indian accent because that's what it was. No problem, my friend. It's Easter weekend. Bring it by Monday, not a problem. It was Monday morning before
was
I got
really
back.
good accent.
And
That was good.
That's how he sounded. So it's weird because he was from Australia. Looked like an Aborigine. Anyway. But yeah, I'm freaking out all weekend.
Sure.
Because there are no supply houses. I wound up pilfering parts off of my other trailer, which is not a boat trailer, and ran down there, and I spent 3 hours on a Monday morning at like 7 a.m. rebuilding it, and,
here.
and dragged it home.
It's home. There you go.
That's all that counts. It is home.
So what's the plan with the car?
It's here.
Okay.
What's the plans with the trailer?
The trailer.
Yes.
That's
That's what we're all concerned
He's got a good
about.
trailer for sale.
It's also here.
We're all
Good.
concerned about you in this.
Define good.
So we were all talking shit about your trailer, and it was like, I've got a good trailer. Matt's got a good trailer. Should we just go?
I
get
got a
all
good
of-
trailer.
Yeah. Should we just go get it and bring it back and leave that trailer
And what
there?
did we say about leaving this trailer?
We thought about it.
Well, the trailer made it back. In spite and despite
He would-
all of you.
He would not take the help.
He wouldn't, man.
wouldn't.
I can do it myself.
I was surprised. He had a flat tire when he was wrangling all of his shit that morning after coming back.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, and he called me and asked for help, and I was like,
He'll ask for help here.
"Yeah,
but he won't.
exactly. Yeah, no, but I did. I think was it Easter?
It was Easter morning.
Yeah.
Good guy. That weekend was a
Yeah.
bad weekend,
Yeah,
and I'm considering going back to church. Like
Yeah, he
not,
probably should.
not a bad idea.
on the third day of not having my trailer back, my tire blew trying to get my
Yeah.
trailer back.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I was meeting a guy for parts to that boat trailer. He lied to me, by the way.
God,
The crow cried 3 times on that one. But I met this guy. It's the wrong parts. I dismissed him immediately and went
Yeah.
straight into the AutoZone. We met at an AutoZone.
yeah.
I was like, I just want to see the thing, and I was like, got a blowout as soon as I pulled in to AutoZone. I was like, these don't work. Goodbye, sir. straight in. He's like, okay, and just walk. Like Facebook deals are so weird.
They are.
Like you got to carry your gun.
yeah.
You got to tell 3 family members what you're doing.
That's only Facebook deals in Memphis.
Oh, I guess
Tennessee.
that's just Memphis. Okay.
I sold something on Facebook Marketplace. I had an extra bed for my pickup that I cut loose.
Yeah.
Did you have your gun on you?
I did. Yeah, because he came to my house.
Oh, why would you do that?
You know when people are legit. This guy was legit.
Yeah.
And he super nice guy. I wanted to know. He saw my truck and wanted to know if I knew anybody that had any more of those. You know, a body. He was looking for one of those.
A cab.
Well, actually, just a whole truck. You know, the 53 through 56. You know, style truck, and sent him to Lonnie Johnson.
So he didn't even have the truck. He just bought your bed in case
No.
he buys a truck.
He had a 65.
Was this recent?
And here's the part about my truck that I didn't even know. That bed, the box part, and the fenders are the same from 53 through 60 through 68, maybe.
That long?
Yeah, they ran.
Really?
Yes, shocking.
That is shocking.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Do you know how sad I am that we didn't get that bed for $40 now?
I know, right? Yeah, but
So I could have used
yeah.
that bed.
Yeah.
could've.
Yeah, you could have used that bed.
you don't need a bed, do you?
Yes.
Ah, you missed out.
I tell you what, I might have fenders left over because I've got 3 beds now. I've got my good one, the one that's on the truck, and then I've got that utility thing out back.
There are third world
Do you
countries
need
where
a
people don't even
utility
have
bed?
beds.
Do you need a utility bed,
I
Matt?
don't know yet.
No.
Yeah,
you
it's
don't.
A utility bed? No.
I thought it was cool.
The green one.
The
Yeah,
green one?
if I didn't have this
Oh, that thing
brand,
is killer.
if I didn't have this brand new bed, I was going to run that.
Yeah.
But I had
Do you need a utility
brand new
bed?
one fall in my lap.
I could.
Let's make the deal right now.
Well,
You bought it how you saw it. Right here, live on the air, folks. Here you go. You're watching it now. Hot Rod Blues. This. Do you have your pistol on you? This is how things.
I don't even know where the keys in my car.
It's in the car.
We don't do deals unless you're strapped, bro.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt's been driving around without keys to his car for like 3 months now.
Oh my God! And I didn't even know that. Like Matt,
Yeah.
he meets us over at our dangerous ass building. It's only dangerous because we had the fence open. But but Matt backs into the driveway next door. I was like, "Hey man, just come in." And he's like, "I would, but I don't have keys to my car." And I was like, "What do you mean?"
And I do have keys to the car. It's the key fob is in the car somewhere. I don't know if
I don't know how you don't know where that's at.
I don't know if it fell behind the dash. It's somewhere.
It's a push button car.
yes, and it cranks up.
And it cranks up.
So it's
So you've not
definitely-
even explored the option that maybe it's just a wiring problem.
I've looked. And I can't find the damn
we've
key.
just successfully told the entire city
Yes.
of Memphis that
So-
your car cranks.
He's going to be
I'm
driving
just
his
saying.
truck from now on.
So if you see a white
Yeah.
Ford Pinto, that's push button.
It's a push button. That shit's custom.
Then you
man.
found a unicorn. Is what you found.
That shit's custom.
That's hilarious.
About how you saw it.
That's it. That's funny though. I never put that having to have a gun when you buy something on Facebook.
And you
together.
call no, but like
I
honestly,
never show up with a gun.
You're crazy.
Never.
you don't have to. You have face
I haven't.
tattoos. That's a that's a gun in itself. It's like, yeah, I probably do. I've had guns in my hand before.
Well, yeah, I have.
Where's the lie?
Yeah.
Oh mercy.
Yeah. I never show up to those deals with a gun. ever.
I always tell
So
somebody
if I'm
too.
buying something from you on the internet, no, I'm not coming with a gun.
Does anybody else like look
don't-
at their
I don't
Facebook
even own a gun.
page to see
Oh,
what
yeah,
they
no,
look like
yeah,
and
no.
everything?
Oh yeah. to see
apart
if
from
we-
apart,
friends.
apart
Yeah.
well, mutual friends, and then I'm like, you deep dive. If you're,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're,
I don't
if
do
you're
any
in,
of that.
if you're in bed or on the toilet, you're gonna really do some homework.
Oh yeah.
Like
I don't do any of that.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
You don't go to the bathroom?
No.
what do you do on a toilet?
I don't look at their page. I don't look at and see what type of person they
You just
are.
let the
I don't
universe
do-
decide.
I
Really?
don't do any. I just don't worry about that type of stuff. Like, but then again, if they're okay with, they probably looked at my profile, and if they're okay with me coming,
Again.
they probably are already like,
Yeah.
That guy's
nah.
Yeah.
like any scam artist from
Yeah.
North Africa
They
is not
got
gonna be
4
like,
guys in the back with machine guns
Yeah.
ready just in
Like,
case.
Look, the sketchy dude's showing up to buy a futon. I need you here.
They're the ones telling their mom where they're going. They're like,
Right.
I'm going to North Memphis.
So what's the sketchiest Facebook Marketplace deal you've ever made? I've got a good one.
I've never made any sketchy deals, man. I don't
So
know where all this is
I was
coming
on the
from.
phone with you when I made that deal. I bought a toolbox from a guy in Fraser who couldn't afford electricity.
Oh, I
Oh,
do remember
man.
that.
Yeah,
What?
So sketchy. Yeah.
I've had some horrible deals.
He met me in the driveway with a flashlight. Hey, I'm right here,
Yeah,
man. You
yeah.
know?
I just need $130 to make my bill.
Yeah.
MLJW's a mother effer.
I went to Fraser and bought a used washing machine
Yeah.
in a sketchy part of town, but you know, I'm used to sketchy part
Yeah.
of town. That doesn't really bother me. I was just like, hey, what's up, man? Where's the washing machine?
Man, they knew Mike at the sketchy grocery store down the street from our building.
Yeah, that's right. They were like, "Hey, man, what you doing over here?"
Look, Sean had no clue. His hand was on his pistol. I know he was. This dude comes in. I'm talking grill, braids, and we are in what looks to be a third world country, that part of town. And the guy comes in and starts talking some stuff, and like I glance over at Sean, and I see Sean going, like some shit's about to pop off. And then I turn, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, man? He's like, family, what you doing in this side of town? And Sean's like, this dude knows Mike? What the? Like, yeah, man.
Mike knows everyone.
Yeah. It's Abbott over in the hard part of town.
Yeah.
Freaky, man.
That's my family over
I
there.
understand. Let me get a
Hey, you took us to Wild Bill's,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that was freaking awesome.
It was.
Had a great time over
It
there.
was.
Yeah.
That guy that owns that
You
place
missed it.
really
I know,
wants
I know.
he
I wasn't
wants
there
to be
either.
on the podcast.
Yeah.
Dude. That band.
Oh my God. Unreal.
Oh, they
Unreal.
killed
We're
it.
supposed to.
And
we're
even the
supposed to do an
and even the
episode
woman
with
who wasn't in the band who had the
Tambourine lady, she's there every time you go there.
She loved me.
This,
Yeah.
oh man, she loved Matt.
Yeah.
She wanted a slice of Matt pie.
No.
Every time she went to get up and play the tambourine,
Yeah.
she started dancing and wiggling right in front of the table playing tambourine. I mean, she was just looking at Matt. I was like, oh no.
I got that effect on older women.
You said on older women or all the women?
Older,
It was fun. We had a
older with
blast.
tambourines.
So, yeah, we got to have that guy on the podcast.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
tight
Yeah, I
market.
talked to him that night, and he was like, absolutely. You
Yeah,
let
and
me
we
know
will
when.
definitely go there to do
Oh,
it
yeah,
because the
definitely.
place is epic.
Yeah.
Well, he was definitely looking at us like his
they
wife
doing
goes,
Yeah.
"Where y'all from?" We're the only white people in the whole building.
But
Right down the
to
street.
that
No,
point,
there was some girl from looked like she was from Rhodes or something.
Yeah. Dude, I
Need some culture before
did.
she goes to New York.
yeah.
I like it.
when tourists come to me and said, "Hey, where do you guys go?" I send all kinds of people
Yeah.
to Wild Bill's.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah,
Man, that's an epic spot.
yeah, for sure. Well, and I tell them, don't drive, cab in, cab out.
Really?
You know, get out of your car, run in. And,
Oh yeah. Oh no, we drove the Fairlane right up there. It was
Right.
like, thank God there's a spot right in
I
front.
took my wife there on
Yeah.
date night. She was carrying a Louis, and we went in a nice car. I don't have no problems in that side of
okay.
town.
Yeah, it's just,
I
it's
thought
just
my
you.
car was going to be missing.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say.
That's because you look like the Joker and Harley Quinn.
That was good.
She walked in. He's Mr. J. People started calling you Jay. And you're like,
God, what the hell is wrong with you, man?
That is epic.
That was good stuff.
Yeah, that might.
I gotta
that
say-
might be the case.
I gotta say, I could not. If you told me to drive there now,
Couldn't.
I couldn't do it. I
What?
have absolutely
Oh, you
no
don't know where it's
idea.
at. You don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I know I drove there, but I know it's that way and then that way.
They slipped
And
you a
that's
Mickey
about
at
it.
the
I
damn
could not
juke
get there
joint.
again.
It's less than a mile from my house.
I will
It's
say
right
this.
around the corner.
I will
walking
say this.
distance.
Yeah,
I expected Sean to be nervous
yeah,
because I knew the part of town we were in.
yeah.
I've never seen Matt Marion so nervous.
I was good.
he
I
thought he was
good.
going home with an old tambourine lady.
You were good once we got in.
Well, the
Yeah,
only thing
absolutely.
the only thing I'm worried about is the car,
Right.
and that's anywhere I go for the most part.
That was
right?
me too.
Yeah.
I was thinking I was having to walk back to Proctor.
Well, because your
The
car
keys
just
are in
starts
it,
up.
and I had to park at the far end of the building, around the corner.
Yeah.
There's like 30 people down there because there was a car wreck. No cops anywhere.
No.
No, hell, no, there's no cops in that part of town.
Then all
Memphis.
like I had all my mic stuff and cameras with me.
Yeah.
Well, I can't lock the car.
Because the key's in it.
Keys in it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's true.
Look, he said, "Man, my car ain't gonna be there when I get back."
No.
I don't know why in the hell I filled up the tank.
In today's time,
He was worried about the gas.
the gas. I was like,
You know what's
man,
funny
that's-
about that? If they were to steal the car, that entire tank full of gas would be spent within the confines of the loop.
Yeah, that's right.
They're not running off to Knoxville with your car.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
No.
It's got. I know that story very
Yeah.
well because I'm at the very end of that story every time it happens. They run around all night and then they drive it to the bottoms, flip it over, and set it on fire, and then I have to come put it out.
And
So what
inspect
we're
it.
saying
Yeah.
is, Matt, don't worry about your car.
We're gonna find it.
when it's done.
It's just
And what's
gonna be
and what's bad is it's not like I'm losing much. The car has 300,000 miles on it. It's time to die.
I don't know why you treat that car so bad. Just
But-
covered in bird shit.
It is.
It's got vintage bird
Badly.
shit on it, you know, antique bird poop on it.
The birds don't even poop on it anymore. you think the turtle doves fly by like, come on, honey, let's find a better neighborhood. We have better places to poop.
All right, I quit.
They're like bats. They just keep piling it on the same spot.
Guano.
I thought that was a hood ornament.
It only moves just
it
to
is.
come here.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. It started out as a 300. Now it's Corvette shaped.
No, it was Pinto. Now they know I got a 300.
Yeah. Now, great.
Fucking
Way to go.
Sean's are horrible about telling people's cars.
So anyway, Mike's shop's located at 509 Hollywood.
You ever see a white 300 out here?
It's free.
Parked right over there on the
He's
corner.
gonna be doing donuts.
It's usually got fuel in it.
Because he has to drive from Arkansas.
Oh,
Epic.
I need new friends
look, there it goes now.
already. I haven't released this podcast and it's already gone.
The bum just heard us talking about it.
Don't worry, he walks this neighborhood all the time.
Yeah.
He'll bring it back.
I was gonna say I'm pretty comfortable with leaving my windows down, even in
In front
Mike's-
of my building?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Mike's,
you should be.
in Mike's parking lot.
Oh,
No
they ain't
biggie.
gonna mess with it. Here.
Mike
I
has
promise you.
face tattoos. He's known as the Joker around
Exactly.
town.
They know, so it's good.
You don't even have to shoot a shotgun. You just to rack it a couple times and walk towards people.
I mean, that's normally how it works.
Man.
Me and my friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so not interrupting anybody else.
Oh, come on. Don't pout.
Come on, jump in there. Don't be shy.
Sean,
now.
it's your turn to talk.
The
You can
water,
talk.
the water is
Yeah.
fine.
No. So took my dad's truck
He's been holding on to that.
to South Carolina,
Yeah.
and yeah. So it was a cool truck. It would have been nice to finish, but it was a Coyote motor with a Kennyville supercharger on it.
I
Man,
know,
that thing
man.
was finished.
Gnarly, man.
It
God, it was so
Yeah.
sweet too.
It didn't have long to go.
To me, it would have been finished.
I mean,
Yeah.
did it
It
crank
was
up and
killer.
drive?
No, it needed to be wired.
Oh, that was probably the only thing in brakes.
I dropped that off at Sean's
No,
house.
brakes were there. Just need to be wired. And then
It had fancy brakes on it too, didn't it?
Will Woody's?
yeah, Willwoods.
Did it have
Yeah.
interior?
Yeah.
No, interior need to be done too.
You don't need that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he had seats for it, but they're
Well, what's he gonna do now? Is he gonna build?
he's done.
He's done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He's slowed down a bit.
That's
so-
sad.
Yeah, I know.
That's
That's
sad.
sad. It's all right. I'll hang on to the Fairlane and keep going with
Yeah.
that.
There you go.
So that's all right though. He got to bitch at me
I
the
don't-
whole way about the Fairlane.
Oh,
me,
did
me putting crap tons of miles on it. And
Yeah, and then Sean played the podcast the whole time, and he told Sean everything we're doing wrong.
yeah,
Oh, cool. Wait, no. I want to hear that.
like right there, everybody talking over each other at the same time.
Yeah.
No.
Was that the only note he had?
No, he had.
No,
He had other notes.
He had a
notes.
lot.
He had others.
Okay.
Oh, but that's okay.
That's,
We'll get together off camera.
That's right.
no, that's what I like about your dad.
Oh yeah, no,
He's no
my dad
nonsense
is
dude.
my dad is Syracuse, New York,
Yeah,
Yankee.
I like that about your dad.
Tell it how it is, you
Yeah.
know,
But he'll-
or at least tell it how he thinks it is.
This is the world as I perceive it.
I've never met your dad.
He's a cool
You
guy.
haven't?
Yeah, I
He
think
I've
is
seen him in
nothing like
passing.
you would think.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No, he's
Was he
nothing
the
like
guy? Was he
Sean.
the guy that spit on me at the Ed show?
Probably.
What are you doing here with that cowboy hat on? You look like a joke. You sound like you're from Syracuse.
He does. He does.
really
still
warm
have that
spit, sir.
Northern accent.
No, his dad is a very hard nosed,
Yeah.
straight to the point. I don't know how such a rough, hard nosed dude had Sean.
Sean's so soft.
No, my dad was blue collar. He started out shooting. I barely made it through high school and started out shooting screws on the line at Carrier Air Conditioning in
Wow.
in Syracuse.
From the bottom. Wow,
mhm.
good for
and
him.
worked his way up, supervisor and whatever. And then we moved here 75.
Yeah.
And he was plant manager out at Collierville.
Wow.
So and then yeah. So I mean, yeah, he worked his way up through executive stuff, and then retired from Carrier and went into turnaround management. And
What does that mean?
So like he would go into a company that was
Set it up?
No, he would redo it more or less. Like if it was a manufacturing, mostly
Okay.
manufacturing type stuff. So he would go in there and fix the flow and
yeah.
and he would fire the people that need to be fired because
Yeah.
juniors run the place and he doesn't know what he's doing, but they can't fire junior because it's junior.
But he can fire.
But he
you.
can fire junior. That kind of stuff. So,
So he was hard nosed and intelligent.
yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I mean, very School of Hard Knocks kind of guy, but definitely knowledgeable. Common sense out the wazoo.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
one thing.
So without having him on the show, which may happen,
yeah, we probably should. Yeah.
when did he get into cars? What's the story? What's the earliest memory you have of him
Oh God.
with cars?
Well, that I really remember, he had a '69 Super Bee with a 440.
Nice.
With
That's cool.
with cross rams on it and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And
Built
yeah.
or bought, maintained? What it would just
He bought it. I mean, but it was brand new. He bought it brand new.
Wow.
And then proceeded to tear it completely apart,
Yeah.
every bolt, and put it all back together again. It ran. I always have the number 10-2 at 123 miles an hour.
It's rolling, man.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, back
Yeah.
then he'd run ripple walls on the street with like a 523 gear in the rear.
That's a mess, man.
Like, can you imagine? Wow. Yeah. So, but no, he was, he was telling me actually, because we were watching the podcast, he'd be like, oh yeah, I had this and da da da. So he went through all these things. So my mother's brother, my father and mother lived catty corner across the street from each other
Dig that.
growing up.
Yeah.
Growing
dig
up.
that.
Right?
So they were like grade school sweethearts.
No,
Ish.
I think high school maybe.
Yeah.
High school, somewhere
Dig
around
that.
there. And but my dad didn't get along with that family very well and stuff.
Well, that's
so-
how that always
yeah,
works, right?
Yeah, except for the brother, Uncle Tom. He had
Hold
race
on.
cars and stuff.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you can't say that.
We're my Uncle Tom.
We're gonna
How's
call
that?
him Tommy from now on. It's Uncle Tommy from now
Yeah,
on.
Tommy. Yeah, Tommy.
So you have an Uncle Tom in the family.
Yes. Yeah. But
we could do
anyway,
anything with that.
yeah. But no,
So
he
folks
had
in
race,
Australia, look that up. You'll enjoy how that works out.
so he had race cars, and so
I bet he
dad,
did.
And-
dad and Tom would hang out and race
Dig that.
and do all that kind of stuff. But then dad really got into
Yeah,
a
so
lot of stuff.
me and Brereton have. I'm sorry, I mess up your name so much.
I don't care.
I'm
It's all
terrible.
I don't
at
care.
pronunciation.
It's Barrington.
Hey,
Whatever.
I answer by anything that
Yeah,
starts with a B.
yeah, whatever.
these days.
Really, everything that starts with a B. But we had a conversation, and I think it would be epic. I am totally down to do it, but we didn't really know how to bring it up because of such mixed company for multiple reasons. But I think, and he thinks, it would be epic for us to do like a dad series. Of course,
Hey,
half of us are screwed up.
you two guys have fun with that.
But
I'll
think
be
it
at
would
Huey's waiting on y'all with victory beers.
But I think it would be epic to have his dad on.
Yeah.
And if your dad would do it, I think it would
He
be
would
epic.
do it, but we're not talking cars. If
That
you-
doesn't matter.
Oh no, we're gonna get them
Your dad-
jellied up and fight to the death.
Your dad
Yeah.
is a real deal. He makes money being a cowboy.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen a whole lot.
No.
this
Does he
day and
still?
age.
No, he's 78.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
but
well, yeah.
I mean, we could tell stories. Yeah, I broke my leg.
He
blah
was
blah blah.
he was
and-
the rodeo teacher of a college. I didn't even know there was rodeo teachers.
They are. Yeah, no, I knew
didn't know
that.
that.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
that's
hometown is a rodeo town.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he would do it. He would
Yeah, I
absolutely.
think that
do
would
it.
be epic.
But it
Now-
wouldn't be much a car, you know.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, now I do have a father, despite our and It would be a total shit show. But I would bring his ass on here.
It might be worth it. We might get a lot of views off that one.
Oh my God, it would be terrible.
I don't think this is a place for us to work our shit out. Like, yeah, we probably have to have an off-camera conversation.
Yeah.
And then by the time we get to the table, it's going to be like, no, everything's fine here. We fucking worked everything out.
It's good to go.
What do you guys want to talk? What? Don't look over here. What do you want to talk about? We're not crying. You're crying.
Oh man.
I think one of the greatest statements that I've ever heard Javier say was, "You think you can hurt my feelings? They left with my father to get cigarettes."
That's true, though. That's true.
That's heartbreaking.
But it's true. I don't care.
I'm crying for you, Javi. That's
I don't care. Oh God, the not caring starting to hurt.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard, man.
It's true. Hey, no, you want to get ready to go to the military or any kind of paramilitary service, have abandonment issues. That's what I say. Like, you think you can hurt me with your words, DI guy?
I shall be a Navy SEAL now.
I kill for sport and because I feel nothing. I'm dead inside.
That is so hard, man. That is just hard as a whalebone.
Yeah.
God.
I don't know what that means, but it's hurtful.
Yeah.
It's like you're trying to speak to me. I know it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was giggling when John was talking about his Uncle Tom. I was wanting to know if he had a neighbor named Jim Crow.
Oh. Please don't unfriend him, everybody.
Oh, Jesus.
Which all that circles back to Memphis history.
Oh God.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
bad.
We're gonna look at episode. No.
I was going to say, no, we're Irish. And actually, my parents grew up in the Irish section of Syracuse,
Oh.
which is known as Tipperary Hill.
I thought it was Potato Mound, but go ahead.
Nope. Tipperary Hill. And it's the only place in the nation that has a stoplight with the green on top.
Really?
Yep.
So explain the green on top.
Yeah. So
It was
when they went to standardize everything in the 20s
Yeah.
or whatever, at that time they had different colors, whatever, and then they said, okay, all stoplights are going to be red, yellow, green.
Right.
Instead of green, yellow. And so the city came out, changed all the lights to standardize them, and kids would go out there and throw rocks
Bust them.
at the red light because Irish, that's orange, right? So it's
Right.
like orange over green.
Right.
You know,
Right. Yeah,
like
which
it's
is
the whole
Protestant over.
yes.
Yeah. That
Protestant
that
over
can't go.
Catholic. And so
Dig that.
So after weeks upon weeks of them changing the bulb, finally they were just like, screw it, we're just gonna leave it.
These Irish people aren't going to let this go.
Yeah. And so they left it. And and it's still there, and there's a bronze statue.
Of a kid throwing a rock.
No,
Yes. That
no,
would be
no.
epic.
You know what it is? It's actually it's an old man with like his grandkid or something,
Yeah.
like leaning down, like pointing at the light,
Yeah.
talking to him, and the kid has a slingshot in his back pocket.
Get out of here,
Yeah,
for real?
yeah,
That's epic.
yeah,
dude.
it's really
That's
cool.
You think
I'd
the
like
old
to see
man's
that.
telling him to do it, or this is why we don't do it?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Kid's got
called
the slingshot
art.
just in case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Dig
cool.
that.
But man, I mean, like back in the day, that was Irish as Irish gets. Like
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
Coleman's Bar is up there. There's the Blarney Stone, like all the Irish pubs and everything.
Right.
And Syracuse is very old school northern town where you have your neighborhood pub.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
like if you're in your 20s or whatever, you would go on the weekend or whatever, you would go to a dance club or whatever, but you would always
Wind
end
up at the
you
pub.
would always end the night at your
Really?
your
With
local
whatever trophy
pub.
you got at
Yeah,
the.
right. Yeah,
That's cool.
Hey, everybody,
Yeah.
meet Marcy.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
She's from downtown.
yeah, and it's the typical stuff of like the guy who owns the bar lives upstairs.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they call that a
Dig
taxpayer.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
They
It's
call
like
that
a-
a what?
It's
a
called
lot-
a taxpayer.
A
That's
taxpayer?
yeah.
Okay.
When you have a business downstairs and you live upstairs.
Yeah.
That's known as a taxpayer.
Syracuse sounds like a House of Pain video.
It does.
It's kind of the deal.
Jump
I mean,
around, baby.
It's an old. I mean, it's an old town. You know,
Yeah.
it's,
That's cool.
Yeah.
everything up there, it's really cool because you know, certain parts of town are just amazing.
Yeah.
There's one part of town that's really run down, but man, it's got all the big
Nobody goes there.
Victorian,
Yeah.
Except for
you know,
me.
Victorian houses and stuff like that. That just man, if they could have redone them, and that was where
Yeah.
Willis Carrier was
Oh, okay.
lived in that
So
area.
my grandfather that we had talked about earlier that was in Attica was from Buffalo, New York.
There you go.
And he would come down here to breed.
He was also an alien.
Yeah, he'd come down here to make babies and
And write hot checks. And then not pay for them.
exactly. That's what happened.
Yeah, I was
the,
wondering-
the
I was
baby
wondering-
needs formula, huh?
I was wondering how he got back up to how he got to Attica if he's writing checks down here.
Well, he was back and forth to Buffalo.
yeah, so they got him up there and shipped him to Attica.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But you know the whole area up there is very Irish because of the Erie Canal.
Yeah,
So the Erie
yeah.
Canal was built across there, and the Irish built it.
Irish labor,
you know.
right.
So
Yeah.
so there was a lot of Irish up there, and even to this day, Tipperary Hill has a lot of Irish. Like people our age and stuff. Like it kind of went away from it, but
Yeah.
but people who like their grandparents and parents grew up there, it kind of went away. But people my age have come back there now, and,
Yeah.
and you know it's
Right.
yeah,
That's cool.
Irish people,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's really cool.
I've never been to upstate New York. New York
Man,
City.
it's
a
so
time or
different
two.
than New York City.
Yeah.
It's so different. Like
That's what I hear.
yeah, when everybody's like, "Oh, you're from New York," I'm like, "No, upstate New York, completely different.
Yeah.
Beautiful rolling hills,
Yeah.
trees.
Got a buddy in Watkins Glen.
Yeah. Oh, Watkins Glen's awesome. It's
Yeah.
hour or two from Syracuse.
Exactly, yeah.
Beautiful area up there.
Never been up there.
It's
Should go.
Ever.
Thousand Islands.
Good
through-
dressing.
Yeah, good dressing. Yeah,
Good dressing. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan
But
of
like
the
the same-
ranch
yeah.
myself.
yeah. The St. John Seaway and all
Yeah.
that up there
And
is
it's
just
Hidden
gorgeous.
Valley up there.
Yeah, Hidden Valley. Yeah. It's all right there. That's where it all
I
comes
mean, all,
from.
it's steeped in culture.
Bird's Eye. I think there's a lot of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right
a
next to
dressing-
Caesar's Palace. Anyways,
it's a dressing town.
Caesar dressing town.
Yeah.
So
The Franz dressing.
we had talked about taking a trip and maybe going somewhere this year.
Yeah.
You know, Viva Las Vegas has come up.
Are you talking about us?
Yeah.
We're going to Bonneville.
Are we?
Oh, so now you're going to go ahead and
Yeah,
go
you
with
can't-
another one?
You're not going to Viva Las
wait a minute.
Vegas and not doing
You just said that
Bonneville.
your family is going to kill you for going to Bonneville, but now you're talking about like, hey, well,
I'm just
seeing as
saying.
how I'm going to be dead, let's go ahead and go to Viva Las Vegas too.
Yeah, well, since I'm driving my family in and crushing dead, a little less talk, a lot more action. Let's go to Vegas, baby.
Hold on. I'd like to pantomime his exact words. He's going to get pounded in the face.
Right. He did say that.
That came out of my mouth.
Viva Las Vegas already happened, did it not?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah,
After
next
the
year.
Oh,
money can be
next
recouped.
year.
Next year.
After the reconciliation of the fight.
Yes, exactly.
About the Bonneville fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bonneville thing. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'd like to go. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll give it
Yeah.
a shot.
Yeah.
Maybe you just
You
fly
know,
out, fly
just,
out and meet
just
us.
go for a couple days.
That might be the
the flying out
ticket.
and meeting us thing.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
We're going to
do
put
it.
a poll up. Everybody
Wait,
from Australia
wait,
vote.
wait,
Should
wait.
Sean go?
I was gonna say, wait, are they talking about like let's drive to Bonneville?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, Mike's got this diesel van truck thing.
Oh,
He's talking
yeah.
about throwing
Right. Oh,
couches
that
in-
thing?
Throwing couches in the back.
Yeah, man. I'm actually pulling a car
I'll
out
believe
there
it.
with my
I'll believe it
trailer.
when I see it. I'm gonna go ahead and get my. I'm gonna go ahead and get my airline.
I'm taking my boat trailer. It's going to be a hell of a time.
We'll miss the whole week.
I'm
Yeah.
coming, man. Who's coming with me, man?
We left it in somewhere in Texas. You know.
It's worth more in scrap than what I have. There, probably. Taking bids right now. $100 for the pump.
Wow.
I know a good scrap yard.
I know you.
Yeah, man.
He
Matt-
does.
Yeah,
Say what you want, man. I've pulled many of people out of some jams with that thing.
Yeah.
I hate to revisit that problem, but
And I would pull it one more place.
It's got one more left in
that
it.
thing's like that thing's like that possessed car. What was it? What was the name of that possessed car?
Christine.
Yeah. It's got a personality, but you know, it's on a mission.
I was
You know?
going to say Herbie.
And if it kills some people on the way there, then that's
Exactly.
Yeah. I shot 3 bikes today.
Did you?
Yeah. Drove down to Birmingham.
What,
shot
what
3
was
bikes.
the cool old one? The one that
A Mickelson?
Mickelson?
Never heard of it.
Phil. It was
I've
a
got-
Phil.
I'm a
We'll call it
bike
a
guy.
Phil.
It is one of one.
Oh well, that's why I've never heard
It's
of it.
it's crazy looking.
It's cool. I'll show you pictures of it. It's
Futuristic,
and
old school
We'll
looking?
post it. Old school looking.
like
But-
teen Harley,
but all
old
new
school,
stuff.
You know.
Yeah, I don't remember what year it is.
Kinda like board
I
track.
want to say it was built in. I want to say he said 2004, but I don't know. But
Street Glide.
no, man, no. It looks like it looks like 1915 or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll
Like-
tell you what's interesting to that point, what you were talking about, and they caught a lot of crap, was when they redid the Indiana. This is way off the beaten path. Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
set in the 50s, the last one with the crystal skull. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Hi, Australia. The, what was it? He had a Sportster that was supposed to be. They did a really good job making it look vintage, but they could not hide the hydraulic brake system on this thing.
Ah,
And it was a
okay.
big stink on the internet. Like they did
I
such a
didn't know
great
that.
job with that. If you really want to just be one of those guys that goes back and looks and be like, ha, they messed up.
Gotcha.
Shia LaBeouf is riding a Sportster, and it's as movie cars go, IMDb cars is a thing.
Yeah.
Look at that bike. And
Okay.
You would not know that it was a newer one unless somebody pointed out that there was hydraulic brakes on that thing.
I'll be.
This one didn't even have brakes on it.
Yes,
Dig that.
it just geared down.
So was it more like the board track racer?
Yeah, kind
Style?
of like that. Like
Yeah.
the like the old. I think of like Nortons and stuff with like that long tank that kind of hung.
Yeah, it's like a
underneath the
bicycle.
Frame.
No,
yeah,
that-
almost looks like a bicycle, and it has spoked wheels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Harley.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
Harley.
Harley
Yeah,
had
caught
them
like
too.
early
Yeah.
Harley. with
They're
the
actually
white
doing
wheels.
a race this year or this month in
Yes,
Nashville.
Billy Lane.
Billy Lane.
Billy Lane's doing a vintage motorcycle.
And he does
race.
all the board
Yes.
track
That's a lot
racing.
closer than Tron.
We're in Nashville.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Cool.
invited to that
This
by
will be
somebody.
You should
This will be
go.
the first one.
That
Yeah,
that
I'd like
looked
to go to
cool.
that.
When is it?
I think it's 28.
What are the
Oh.
rules?
I'm
Look at the
guessing.
rules on
Of
it.
May?
I don't know.
Yes, this month.
I feel like it'd be almost. I keep saying this, like, and Mike and you guys could probably help out. People are like, I want to build a vintage racing car, like the Race of Gentlemen.
This would be
Right.
expensive.
You're going to
get
spend
into.
the same amount of money, if not more, doing a vintage bike. You'd think
Yeah. Oh,
half the
absolutely.
wheels,
Right.
half the wheels, half the money.
No.
Right.
That's not even at all how that goes.
No.
So let's talk about old cars and let's kind of hit on Javier and I's building. So the Roadster is going over next week.
Dig that.
So yeah, that'll be out from under a tarp, and I'll be able to get to it and possibly work on it because right now it's stuck somewhere where I just needed it out of the way.
Right.
So yeah, I'll get the body mounted and plumb some brake lines. And
Dig that.
You never know.
Yeah.
Ooh,
never know.
ooh, my sedan is already over there.
Yes, yes, it's starting to look like a shop. So
It is.
Yeah.
Stuff's flowing in. Yep.
Yeah, man, I worked the crap out of my kids.
Yeah.
Day before.
You should
couple
post
days
that
ago.
picture. I don't know how you. I
God.
don't know how comfortable you feel. You should post a picture of that picture you showed me.
Mad as hell.
If you want
man.
to see some pissed off, miserable kids,
Yeah.
they didn't even know what was happening. They were like, "How did we get here?"
Yeah, I put them to work, man. I put a shovel in their hand, and they
Yeah.
were ill.
Yeah.
don't
So
like that.
so did you do another round of
Yeah.
emptying thermoses?
Oh yeah,
out of that
no,
place?
we should be a sans thermos in there now, right?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, are you kidding?
Yeah, the only thermoses.
Yeah.
left
The
in
ones
there-
that are-
Okay, internet. So this place that they bought is, like they said, it used to be a record making company, and then it was a thermos company, and they were 6 feet
yeah
deep
thousands of
in
thermoses.
thermoses that are like that size, and absolutely amazing how. Yeah, we're all like.
Yeah, it's
crackling.
all right. He's got
It's
it.
It's just the headphones.
Yeah, but so we went over and helped them one day there. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Nobody
like,
believes it.
this is a lot
Nobody
of
believed what
stuff.
was happening there.
there's
Yeah.
a ton
You,
of
you,
stuff.
you could tell people.
Oh,
I've got
actually,
a few
I forgot we
thermoses.
did a video. We did
No,
a
you
walk
did.
around
It's
in
on
their
the
place.
auto
Yeah.
enthusiast thing.
Oh no,
on
it's
the
on Hot Rod Blues.
Yeah. You want to see some
Yeah.
crazy stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, see the
Believe it
place
or
that
not,
they
what you
bought.
see in that video is only half the problem. Like that
Yeah,
was
you
after,
already cleared out.
I'd already
a ton.
cleared out
Yeah.
three.
This is number 4.
This is number 4 dumpster.
Wow.
You don't realize how much crap is in a place.
I know.
And, I mean, we have a pretty big shop now, though.
Yeah,
after you clear all the garbage out of it.
We owned a Corvette for a minute. I mean, it's been exciting.
Yeah, there was a Mercedes or a Beamer or something.
Mercedes 4-door Mercedes diesel.
Yeah. Sorry if you're a collector. We crushed a fine specimen.
Yeah, it did.
1981 Mercedes diesel.
It's on its way to becoming a bridge in China.
Or we're gonna buy it back.
Dang, I wish I
And-
would have
Yeah.
known
Dude,
that.
next.
I know. Yeah.
Jeff Gentry, that races a Streamliner, he's actually using a Mercedes diesel
Oh, wow.
in his Streamliner
What? That's amazing.
to break the
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, we broke that. We broke that Mercedes. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Dang.
I shot a
Yeah.
1993 Mercedes 300D.
That's what this was.
Okay, well, I just shot.
How
one
much
for
was it?
Bonhams. I don't know. I shot it for Bonhams,
Yeah, this thing was a specimen, man.
and it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't in great shape.
this thing, what, ours or that one?
The one that I shot.
Did you do it for like a client or like this was a magazine deal?
I think it was going on the.
Because I've got some video of.
So Bonhams has a thing called Marketplace now, or
oh,
or
right. He was
Bonhams
doing it. They
Market.
were doing it so that you could sell it.
Yeah. So it's kind of a like bring a trailer type.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I
online
got it, yeah.
online deal. I think that's where it was going. I don't know. It may have been going someplace else.
I've got a great shot of it getting crushed by the claw.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, the motorcycles I shot are going to an actual auction up in Connecticut,
Dig that.
Bonhams in Connecticut. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
Dig that.
Yeah, there were two Ducatis, one new one like in 1986.
I like an
You
old
like
Ducati.
Ducatis?
I like an old Ducati.
Yeah, I like that. The '86 one was
Yeah.
cool. It was cool.
The one with the big bulbous front end.
But the newer one, like I think it was 2017.
Is that with the mono arm in the back still?
It was a motorcycle.
He's not a motorcycle
Yeah,
guy.
I'm not a motorcycle guy. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's not a
Quickly,
motorcycle
change
Yeah.
subject. What's up?
I know, right? It was funny though, because really, that's the first motorcycles I've
Really?
shot. Yeah.
Man, I got a buddy. You were talking about the board track racer. So I got a buddy that built basically a bastard Indian. So he took a bunch of different Indian motor parts that do not go together. And he's amazing. He doesn't do machine work for a living, but he has a straight up machine shop at his house. So he machined all this stuff to make it go together, just spare parts, and put it on an old world Indian frame, and it's a board track racer, and that thing is epic.
Wow.
I mean, you would never, average guy looking at it, you would not believe that it wasn't a production bike. Of course, it's all old parts. I mean, it's you know 1930s Indian Chief and Scouts.
Yeah, whatever he had.
Just all put together to make a epic motorcycle. It is beautiful.
Yeah, this thing had a lot of billet aluminum type stuff on it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, but it look, man, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to take a look at it and see. But it has a Briggs and Stratton engine in it.
What?
Ooh, I got it. That tips me off to bring something up that's amazing.
Yeah.
That we all need to look at because this guy might not be around very much longer. He's either going to get high-end investors or might get Tesla'd, if you know what that means.
Yeah. Yeah.
This guy, and we'll look him up and I'll give you the information. He's a guy I started following on YouTube. He's got a small block Ford. He's running I think it's a Briggs carburetor on.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see
I
this?
saw that, yeah.
He's got real world numbers. So his proprietary stuff, if I'm not speaking for him, from what I understand and watching the videos, is he's got a live interface with the air fuel on his app, via app on his phone.
Yeah.
That he built that program.
What?
He's getting 41 miles to the gallon on a small block Ford with running a lawnmower carburetor.
Wow.
And you might not see his channel soon because hopefully he's either one or two things. He's either going to blow up and invest it and
Right.
somebody's going to back him or buy the idea,
Right.
or big oil is going to ruin that guy's life.
But I mean, I don't know. How is he doing it? And if I did
He-
something like that to my truck, could I still, roast the tires in front of the Dairy Queen with it?
Probably
And
not.
that's-
I don't think so.
yeah,
I
that's
don't think so. But like,
Yeah,
but
he's
that's
just,
an
he's just hypermiling.
But
it.
let,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but he's running a cam and he's got. I urge you to look at what he's done. Go back to episode 1 that he's dealing with that issue because he's got a lot of stuff before that. But
Okay.
it's actually pretty throaty. It sounds good. It makes decent power, and he was goosing it a little bit on his little test run, 30-mile round trip, and he was making 41 miles to the gallon.
Wow.
And it was just interesting to me. Part of the science behind it is what happens with the air fuel mixture after it hits the carburetor. There's an elbow,
Right.
and there's a way that it's scored up and it atomizes the fuel.
Atomizes it. Yeah,
So,
so he's essentially
Revape.
almost making an EFI out of it.
Yeah, but where's the EFI V8 that's running 41 miles to the gallon and still keeping up at 70 miles an hour on the highway?
Right.
Like, show me that. Why is Ford not doing that? Well, and that was the last podcast we did.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm like we're all going
Yeah.
electric. Why are
Yeah.
we not pushing that? Like
Well,
that's
know.
my whole thing. Like, you know, like everything's a big push because it's not the conversation. Why are we not doing that? Because I hear tell that they had carburetors in back to the 30s and 40s that were hypermiling and doing versions of this, and then they just went by the wayside.
Yeah.
So
That, or a lot of people. I've heard stories about people burning gasoline vapors out of the gas tank.
exactly.
instead
Well,
of the gas
so
itself.
that there's a recycle that you see, but it always goes to a charcoal canister, and
Yeah.
it's more to capture that because of the EPA. It's not for
Yeah.
fuel efficiency.
Yeah.
It's only for off gassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know the science or any of that behind it, and and I don't know if it worked or not, but I've always heard rumors of people that made that and what is the motor, the perpetual energy engines or motors that the output of the motor becomes the input of the motor, and you get free power.
And that,
So-
so that it's interesting to me because not to get too techie and sciencey, but
Yeah.
one of the laws of science.
Yeah.
Back
Can't
to
break it.
Einstein.
Can't break it.
Yeah.
that is a law for a reason.
Yeah.
And physicists will try and bend
Yeah.
that, break that, and disprove that from
Yeah.
now until the end of time.
there are YouTube videos of that working.
Isn't that interesting? And
Yeah,
you
I
wonder,
agree.
and you
I
wa-
agree.
and you wonder what they're without being in the room and understanding the science.
Right.
Is that actually happening? Because
Right.
you can feed an experiment to make it sway one way or the other.
Sure.
Right.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
and-
not one to say that it did or didn't.
exactly, and that's what I challenge anybody who's listening and anyone at this table. Look
Yeah.
at the guy, see if you believe what he's doing.
Yeah.
And then watch him and see what happens. Because back in the 80s, there was a guy that supposedly,
Yeah.
we've talked about this, with the hydrogen.
Yeah.
That guy wound up killing himself with 2 bullets in the head,
Yeah, just like
which is just weird.
like-
Well, dude,
they were-
Arrington Performance just
Yeah, but
I don't know,
I
they
can
just-
tell you this: I have physically myself played with the hydrogen thing.
Yeah.
Like I've converted hydrogen
Mm-hmm.
to make it run a motor, and
engine.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Engine.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, let's not go down that rabbit hole.
just
no,
some
I,
guy
no.
saying-
I want to stop. Like, we're going to give that guy his own 5 seconds after the show. But let's talk about your hydrogen
Yeah.
motor.
So
Engine.
So
We're just gonna
the
start calling them all motors.
yeah the hydrogen the problem that I had was creating enough electricity in order to pull the hydrogen out of the water at a rate that was high enough to run the motor. So I could get it to run idle.
Yeah.
I could get it to run idle, no problem. But once you start getting up to like reasonable RPMs,
Yeah.
it would just starve itself. I even went to stupid lengths. Like I put 2 or 3, it was either 2 or 3 big alternators off of ambulances. Running off the same motor to get as much power and as much amperage as I could to convert it fast enough.
So I think the problem we run into is back to that perpetual thing without turning this into a tech. Like,
Right,
how do
right.
you,
We're going
how do you
down a
start
rabbit
off
hole.
mentally retarded at the beginning, and then at the end you're like, "Thank you for coming to my TED talk." But the whole thing with that is you harvest it and you compress it, and then
Right.
you use that tank as the fuel, and
Right.
to get it to run where you're like, everyone wants the whole Back to the Future thing where you're dropping fuel into a
Yeah.
reactor and it runs your stuff immediately. That's not. I don't know if
But
we're
the
there.
thing about the guy in the late 70s or early 80s that came up with that, he physically made a car. It was a Baja like Volkswagen, and he drove from coast to coast on nothing but water. So he figured it out. I just couldn't. I couldn't
Yeah.
come up with the
So
formula.
if you're really looking for information on hydrogen and stuff, Arrington Performance, Mike Copeland at SEMA this past year, they unveiled a truck that they did that's hydrogen powered, and they did a SEMA talk on the thing. I mean, it's I don't know 600 horsepower, whatever.
But does
like,
it convert
yes.
its own water to hydrogen? They
yeah.
have
like a
hydrogen-powered
self-contained deal, like
vehicles.
yeah. But is it
I
something
believe.
you
I don't- I don't
drinking
know.
water in, and on the other end
I do
comes
not
600
know.
horses?
I don't know. I have not watched. I actually still have the email. Like I was going to watch it, and then I had to shoot some cars, so I didn't get to watch it live. But I have the. I have the thing. I'll take a look at it. But yeah, if you look up Arrington Performance on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, I'm pretty sure that that talk is on there on
Yeah.
how they did it and how it worked.
Yeah,
So,
I'd like to
yeah.
check that out. Stuff like that interests me, even though I am a diehard gasoline dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I would take hydrogen over electric.
Yeah.
I would too. At
I
least
will
you got the
never
sound.
take electric. I'm
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
I
What
mean,
the
I'm just
terrible
telling you
thing
that
is,
right
there's
now.
a mutant they want you to eat called hydroelectric.
I will.
And it's-
I will never do an electric car. Like they can push it all they want to push it.
Yeah.
I'll make my own moonshine before I drive an electric car.
There
I'm
we
just
go.
telling you.
That's what we do in the
All
South.
right. So,
That's
We
right.
can run off moonshine, so that's good.
Sean, what did you learn about motors and engines?
Oh, nothing. Just, I mean, I know I've had the fight before, so it's whether you have engines or internal combustion and
motors are electric.
or
Whatever.
whatever. that-
So,
yeah.
so I've got
So-
a really unique way of putting this, and this is how I explained it to my kids. Motors and engines are like violins and fiddles. A violin to one guy is a fiddle to the other guy. It really depends on whose hands the violin or fiddle is in.
Right.
And it's the same.
Yeah, and I mean, technically, it's not. Like whenever I write an article, it is engine,
Yeah.
not motor,
Or
right?
mill, or mill.
Right.
Or, yeah,
right.
I get
it's
that.
just my thing is it's slang
It
almost,
is.
right? I mean, especially in the South, people call it a motor.
Right.
I mean, you know,
That's true.
Yeah, it's
like a fiddle.
Yeah,
So
right.
so
exactly.
Motor
Fiddle-
trend, electric.
motor trend. Oh, there
Why
you
don't
go.
they call it engine trend?
Engine
That's just
trend. Boom.
weird. It's
Look
a
at
weird
that.
thing.
Look at the big brain.
Very
on that.
good. There you go, Matt. That's awesome.
Here's my thing about it.
I say shove it.
But
Right.
Yeah.
That's my.
Care
that's-
less what you say about
that's-
engine or motor.
That's my thing. Who cares?
Yeah.
And why are you even going to take the time?
Yeah. Message
cares?
me next.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Me or Mike will take your message
yeah,
next time.
please.
Please send it
we're
over.
We're the complaint department.
Yeah.
I promise.
I know.
Because we have all kinds of motors that we can send you.
Yeah.
They're motors.
But I'm fine. I'm fine with people giving constructive criticism. That's fine.
Yeah.
I
just,
don't know that that's constructive. though.
I just
That-
don't. I don't
Look,
agree
man.
with.
Hey, man.
I don't
look,
agree with
look.
the guy.
I'm
with
not
the way
trying
the
to get
guy-
into a
I
tirade
know.
with you. Okay.
Right. No. Yeah. I've already.
I don't think that's constructive. I
let
think
him
that
know.
goes back to Facebook.
I just wanna know what a
Marketplace.
tirade
Right.
is.
Well, yeah.
well, it
no,
goes back to what
no,
Mike
it-
Tyson says. People have got too confident on talking on the social media,
Yeah.
and not enough people have got punched in the face.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
At 30,000
Yeah,
feet.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just like the guy
Player.
that messaged you on Marketplace and goes, "Man, that 1946 Ford ain't worth that." Great, buddy. Don't buy it.
Right. Right.
Move on.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, right?
He's got a car cover from any Mopar from 70 to that's a deal right there.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, what are you working on, bud? You've got a garage full.
Oh man,
Always.
we have been working on. I mean, of course, we're working
Talk
on.
about the El Cabron.
Yeah. This has now been named. Say it again.
The El Cabron.
Yeah, which
Okay.
is Spanish for.
The bastard.
That's right. That's right. So we're still working on the.
You should get some B-roll of this thing, Shawnee boy.
Yeah, we're still working on that. We're working on the Nash, of
Yeah.
course.
Yep.
And then in between, we did a unibody Ford truck, which was super cool.
Yep.
Knocked that out. A Chevy Love that was small block swap. Did some stuff on that, getting him on the road.
That sounded killer when you left here. Was that open
Yeah.
header?
Yeah, so whoever ran the exhaust ran it directly underneath the transmission. And he swapped the transmission out. Of course, the typical problem, he had a turbo 350, and that thing is pegged out at 70 miles an hour. He's like, man, I'd like to drive this on the interstate.
Yeah.
People don't drive 70 on the interstate.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
drive 100.
right, especially in Memphis. But he was like, man, I've been looking for a 700R. And I'm like, dude, if you can't find that, if you can come across a 200R4, like 200R4 is a great transmission. So he wound up finding a 200R4, and another buddy of ours, Daniel, he swapped all that stuff out. But they ran the exhaust directly underneath the transmission, so that had to get chopped out. But yeah, we got all the mount and everything worked out for him.
Is that what you were doing? You were putting the mount. You were mounting the
Yeah,
trans.
yeah. So that's fixed positions torsion bar front suspension.
Oh.
So the cross
Really?
member, yeah,
From the factory?
yeah, factory torsion bar front suspension.
That's not a Chevy thing.
No,
That's
and
very Chrysler-ish.
right. Well, and here's the weird thing. So Chevy Loves were like, I really, and anybody that knows these trucks can check me on it because I'm not a Chevy love.
It may be a
aficionado.
Mitsubishi.
Right. So this was the beginning. This was in the early years of when American cars were kind of swapping over.
Yeah.
Every nut and bolt on that thing was metric. Do you know how long it took me to find metric wrenches in the shop? We don't do metric stuff at all. I was like, what is this? It's a 10,
M.
125. What, is that a half inch or a 3/4? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so we got that thing knocked
Do you know
out.
Justin Bierman?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I thought you did. So Bierman can tell you immediately, like, oh, 10 millimeter, that's a 7/16 or whatever. Like he
Me
knows.
too.
Like
Me too.
I'm like
Me
I
too.
can't tell you.
Yeah,
I'm
can.
like I don't know.
Yeah.
This one, nope.
Yeah.
This one, nope.
Yeah,
It's like-
I can too. But
Yeah.
the truth of the matter is it's actually like half sizes. So a 9/16 isn't technically a 14, and
It's
it's
a
not
little
really a 15. It's like in between the two.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you this: when the guy that owned the Chevy Love showed up when we were setting up, and he walked in, he said, "I'm here for the love." That was probably the most epic thing ever.
And then I said, I only do feet stuff. And then he realized he was in the right room.
Yeah, very cool truck though. Very cool truck.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's us. That's
Maddie, what about you, man? What are you working on anything? Because man, I've not seen like you were like Mr. Shift Knob
Man.
all over the internet. Like you had 50 shift knobs in my news feed at one time, I think, and like all of a sudden it's quiet.
Boy, I am slacking. Yeah, I have not. I've
Yeah. Yeah, spending some time with the family, you know.
Well, I've had other things going
Well,
on.
he's also
so,
working out
yeah.
Yeah.
other business deals
Oh,
too.
yeah. Well, let's talk about your frame. Is that in or?
He said, "You bastard!" Yeah, I told you before we started this was a sore subject. Yeah. I don't know. I have a 32 chassis that was supposed to be getting built in California.
Yeah,
I-
there was your first mistake.
Right?
California people.
Yep.
North
Yeah.
Carolina had already be here.
I swear.
Well, I mean,
But,
they stamp them right here in Olive Branch, Mississippi.
I know.
I don't know what you're doing sending it to California.
I should have just built my own. Just
Yep.
screw it.
That's what I'm gonna do. I just gotta wait till he gets his.
I don't know if you've heard or not, Matt, but we do metal work here.
On this very table. I
on
saw
this
him-
very table right here. That's
Um,
that's actually what we use this for.
Yeah.
Other than
but you know,
holding
when I
microphones.
ordered this, we had just met. So it's not. Like,
you didn't have the
yeah.
connection yet.
Yeah, I didn't have a connection or the pocket
Yeah,
to be able to be like, hey, can you build this for me?
we are very reasonably priced. I don't know
But
where
you
you're
could
at.
order one from California.
Yeah.
where everything costs more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the cost of living is out there?
Too much.
I
That's
have
the
no
answer.
clue, but it seems horrible.
It seems horrible. It's same as Arkansas. It sucks.
Really?
No, it's not that bad.
No, I thought they gave land away in Arkansas.
I live so far out in the country, they give us a homestead tax.
Really?
And it takes almost all the property tax away.
Wow.
Like, property tax is like $100
No,
$30
sweetie, no,
so-
no. I'm telling you, we're buying the farm in Arkansas, like we talked about. Our ship has come in, and they're paying for it all.
Yeah, so we get a homestead tax. Like, we're just
Wow.
Well, it's not a tax; it's a kickback, more or less, like a
Tax credit.
tax
a tax credit.
Yes,
yeah,
tax credit.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
and it
Big
cuts a
bet.
lot out.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Pretty soon you'll have the weed thing going on for you over there and free
Yeah.
land. It's fucking awesome.
Everything, right? All of it.
Absolutely.
Did you see where multiple counties in Mississippi are
Yeah.
are
Opting out.
Yeah, they're opting out of the. You know, it got passed.
Yeah.
Like they did a vote and Mississippi passed it,
Yeah.
but now multiple counties are like they're opting out of it.
No,
Like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't care if it passed in Mississippi. You're not doing it in
It's
this county.
it's the dry county deal.
Right.
Kinda, yeah.
It's kind of like Arkansas
It's true.
with alcohol on
And
Sundays.
it's fine.
So here's the crazy
We can buy
part about
weed
it.
on Sundays, but we cannot buy alcohol.
Right, that's the Bible
Is
Belt
it
for
still over there like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can drive 5 miles over here, go to the first gas station that you get to, and
Yeah.
I can buy alcohol.
That was the most messed up part about when I moved from the north to the south was like you'd drive and be like, yeah, where's the beer at? And they're like, oh, it's a dry county. I'm like, what?
What is that?
They're like, yeah.
It means the Lord doesn't want you
we don't
drinking
sell,
here.
Yeah, we don't sell beer in this county. I'm like, what?
See, that's
So I went to Somerset to Summer Nights Cruise
Yeah.
several years ago. I think they've since
Yeah.
become wet,
Yeah.
but it was
Sean,
that was bad.
Sean, for future reference,
Never mind.
that is not how you say that.
boy.
man.
Both Sean's are on a roll tonight.
All right.
Wow.
Anyway,
Yes, I remember when I went through my first wet county.
They now serve alcohol, but I had to travel 60 miles through 2 counties
Yeah.
to get.
You did all that for a beer?
to get wet.
Oh, is
Well,
that,
and we were there
you
the
drove
whole
60
weekend.
miles
It was
to get
multiple people.
Sean,
so yeah,
I grew up in a dry county.
Yeah,
I
that's
did.
true.
Yeah.
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 And it's they're now wet. Yeah, but I mean,
now
it
wet.
was the deal.
So the funny part about that is so the dry county that he grew up in, right, on the county line in both directions on the main drag. I'm talking the moment you step
Oh,
half a
absolutely.
foot over the county line, there was a beer store.
Yeah,
Yes,
right
right.
there.
Both directions.
Right. And so I had a furniture manufacturing business in Pontotoc, which I think Pontotoc was Dry County, and then you had to go to Lee County to get beer, and it was the same deal. And like the bad part about it is there was always wrecks in the middle of the night because somebody ran out of beer and they were like, "Oh, we'll just run to the beer store."
Well, and
And
here's
then-
the thing:
yeah.
is the cops are hip to it. So a lot of times, Friday and Saturday night,
Yeah.
just over the hill, out of the side of the beer
Yep.
store,
Yeah.
that's where the roadblocks.
It's called entrapment,
Yeah.
but whatever. Your Honor.
Right.
Your Honor.
It's always all about money anyway.
and which I never understood on Arkansas is anybody can get married in Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy weed now in Arkansas.
Yeah.
I don't have to have a helmet on a motorcycle,
That's true too.
but I cannot buy alcohol on a Sunday.
That's because Jesus didn't drink beer.
He drank wine. We can't buy wine.
Oh well.
I don't know.
Not even cooking wine?
No
No,
alcohol at all.
no alcohol.
No.
Nice Chablis.
Yeah. They put this board in front. It's like no alcohol sales on Sunday.
Oh yeah, they lock up the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your poor planning is not our emergency.
That's right.
Didn't I tell you? And what's funny is most Arkansas people will see out of towners that just stop at our Walmart,
Yeah.
and they'll go in the back and get a case of beer. or
I'll walk
something.
all the way to the front.
And everybody's
They just
making-
watch him.
Everybody's making eye contact with each other, like, yeah, he's out of towner.
He's not from around here.
Nobody tells them that you can't buy that. We let them walk.
you know
all the
what
way
you
up there.
can do, though? You can run out the front of the store and drink it on the way out.
or just drink
Nobody
it in
said
the store.
it's illegal to steal beer 7 days out of the week.
But you can go to a restaurant
and order one?
and
Yeah.
order beer and drink beer.
Right.
By the glass.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of. What?
Yeah.
So Matt,
So you
Matt,
can go to the bar.
yeah, Matt brought up something cool, and I recommend this to anybody passing through this area.
Weed.
Go to the Walmart in
Arkansas
West Memphis.
Walmart.
Oh, it's so great, especially
What?
around
Yes.
Christmas.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
wonderful.
So we always, when we went to DeCoin every year,
Yeah.
we would stop at the Walmart in West Memphis
Oh,
to
yeah.
buy beer
Yeah.
or Walgreens, either one. It was because beer was cheaper in
Yeah.
Arkansas. You didn't have to pay sales tax and all that. So we would load up like 12 cases of beer. We got a picture back in the day of the trailer and then just cases of beer sitting like as tall as the car is on
Awesome.
the side of the trailer. Yeah. Yeah. That was the only thing it was good for. But yeah, good people watching.
It's people.
They do some
watching.
weird stuff. Our last little tidbit for Arkansas beer, alcohol content lower per can,
Ah,
which is
didn't know
why
that.
you have 30 packs.
Is it?
That's
Wow.
Yeah, three,
Oh, yeah.
3.2.
I never
It's
paid
a
attention to
3.2.
yeah.
What's
you
in
would,
here?
You would know that if you go to Spring River. 'Cause there's-
I do go
I
to
have
Spring
to pee
River.
so much to get the same.
I have drank 90 beers and I barely have a buzz.
It's given everyone a false sense of confidence because you
Yeah.
can go to Spring River and drink 90 beers and you come here and get 5.
I floated
This
Spring
water
River.
tastes way more drunker.
I floated at Spring River on a log,
Okay.
Nice.
like dozing. I had some old guys roll by in a canoe, and they're like, "We floated this river many years, young man. We've never seen anybody do it like you do."
on a log.
and I'm over here praying that I just don't die. Like,
It's like, "Oh brother, where art thou?" When they're on the log.
yeah.
You know?
Nice.
Yes.
Whoa, there's Tommy. What you got there? Roll top desk.
Yeah.
Well, guys, let's wrap it up.
I was
man.
gonna say, yeah, we probably need to wrap this up. I don't know how long we've been going for.
We're at
so-
an hour and 35 minutes.
Oh, we're good, man.
Yeah, that's good for us.
Way long
Yeah.
for just us bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Way
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
for us, but
Yeah.
But no, we're gonna start lining up some more folks from around the area.
The world.
Yeah, and I've got a few ideas of some people that I think we need to do, and that we need to interview. Not
Amen.
you, but yeah,
Yeah.
And you do too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so we need
I
to
always
start
got
lining them up. We'll do that, and obviously we need Gene.
Yeah.
We need to get Gene really soon.
We all need Gene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Everybody needs Gene.
yeah. I was waiting to do the article until we interviewed him. So
Hey, man,
in case, so we need to do that really
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah. I'm in.
And
I tell you what, next time we just shoot the shit in the shop, we should just pull random crackheads in.
I'm all for
I'm
it.
not.
and interview them.
oh, yeah,
They're gonna ask for
you mean the
stuff.
one rooting through my car right now?
Where's the guy with the
They
needle
won't
in his
do.
hat?
They won't do that in front
Oh
of
my
shop.
God, man!
The guy with the.
I like
the
how nobody
syringe.
caught that. I was like, You could tell I work this neighborhood with the city. I was like, yeah, check out the back.
Yeah. It's good
All right,
shit.
last story. One of the cleaning up my block when I moved in is college kids. You know, of course, there's a track up here. And if you don't know what that means, then you probably shouldn't know what that means. But there's a track up here, and college kids would come beside this building over here in this back little vacant lot and shoot up. So I was fresh in the neighborhood, maybe 6 months, and I see an ambulance pull up at the architectural firm over here. And I'm like, what's going on? And I look out the door, and I see him out there talking. And after the ambulance leaves, I walk over there and I'm like, hey, man, what's up? And he's like, oh, you know, we caught some college kids shooting up back here behind this building. We can see it in their camera. I said, behind the building beside my shop? He was like, yeah. And I was like, no. Like, I take out trash through there. My kids take out trash. Said, the next time you see them, don't call an ambulance. Don't call the police. Here's my phone number. Call me. And right as I passed him the card, he said, well, that's one of them right there. He's over at the gas station. Man, I flew across the road and jerked that kid up so quick. Drug him back behind the building. Of course, there was needles in the parking lot. Made that kid pick every piece of it up.
Wow.
And was like, tell your buddies if I catch you back here again, the last thing you have to worry about is an overdose. And never came back.
Nice.
Never came back.
Narcan my ass.
Narcan won't help you. That's hilarious.
Well, Javier.
What a great fake story. Nobody's going to jail. I wasn't there. I heard it was good. You're such a kidder. What?
I was going to say, take us out, man.
Oh, this has been Hot Rod Blues, where junkies run free. Join us next week where everyone will be sober.
Maybe.
Bye.
See you guys.
Bye.